You obviously have a knack for casting. If you look at Guardians, you go all the way up to the Suicide Squad, and now there's like so much lore about the casting of that first Guardians. I mean, there people have talked about the auditions and everything. We know that Glenn Howerton was your kind of second choice for Quill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fascinating things like I guess Chadwick was up for Drax, which is fascinating. I mean, do you remember that? Do you remember his take on Drax?
I don't remember it. I did until now. I thought I met Chadwick at the Hollywood Blockbuster Awards, and when he was first got the role of Black Panther, and
Wow.
he and Chris Pratt and I hung out. So I don't remember him auditioning for Drax at all.
Was Glenn's take on Peter Quill that much different than Pratt's? I mean, obviously you were into it and you would have been happy with it, sounds like, but it would have been a different, I assume it would have been a different guy.
It would have been a different guy. Yeah. Definitely would have been a different guy. But that was part of the thing. I mean, for Peter Quill, I wanted somebody to come in and fill it with their own personality. It couldn't just be, Rocket and Groot are much more like, hey, there got to be this thing, and they're fitting into this tight little box. But with him, that wasn't so much the case. With Gamora, that wasn't so much the case.
What was the hardest person to cast in that cast? Like, what was the biggest, I don't want to say fight, but what was the biggest kind of back and forth discussion that in the end?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Dave Bautista and I are so tight today, is because Marvel didn't want to cast Dave Bautista, and they didn't really want to cast Michael Rooker either. So those were bad. They didn't want to cast Karen Gillan either. So those were all battles that I had to fight to get those people cast. Chris was a little bit easier. Zoe was very easy. But the rest of them were there was some never, like, listen, I mean, it's like, people, I say things like that, and then people's ideas that we were arguing and fighting. No, it was always so friendly and so open, and they just.
I'm sure it is fun, exciting, like you're like kids in like a boardroom, like, oh my God, wouldn't it be cool for this person to be that person? Yeah, it'd be cool, but maybe this is the better way to go.
Yeah, like, so it was always pretty friendly. But Dave was definitely the hardest, because there was specifically somebody else they wanted to cast in that role that I preferred Dave.